We can all agree that the internet has become integral to our lives. With the increasing technological development, we increasingly rely on the internet. Most of us cannot even imagine a life without it anymore. But what if one day we wake up only to discover that all of this connectivity is gone? How will that change our lives? In this video, we will get into the unsettling scenario of the internet suddenly disappearing. We will see how the lack of internet access affects our lives. Watch this video until the end to explore an alternative reality without digital connectivity. The initial reaction would be extremely chaotic, and rightly so. Imagine losing all means of connecting to someone suddenly. Imagine you are binge watching your favorite show, and the episode stops playing and the screen remains dark with a loading sign mocking you. We don't even like a small glitch or the video buffering for a few seconds, but now the internet is gone. But that is just a general idea. The impact of the internet on our lives goes beyond a show's episode. Whether it's our personal or professional lives, the internet is needed everywhere. Let's look at the impact of this lack of internet in various scenarios. Number 5, communication. This would be one of the first consequences of the internet's disappearance. No WhatsApp to text your friends, no means of FaceTiming your favorite people, and no email services. Communication is a key driver in any relationship, and today, 90% of our communication is dependent on this digital connection. Landline phones and postal services would still be here, but because we have been using the internet for decades, can you return to using the traditional ways? But if the internet is to disappear, then these traditional sources will make a return. And one thing is for sure, the efficiency and speed will decrease. Number 4, economic slump. Do you remember the last time you went to a bank to pay a bill? Online banking has become so routine for us that visiting the bank almost seems abnormal. Having all our transactions at our fingertips has made managing our finances much easier. Banks have digitized so much that even basic transactions without the internet are a struggle. E-commerce is another story. So many businesses would decline with the demise of the internet. A major chunk of the global economy is dependent on the internet. The corporate world would be in an uproar because if the internet disappeared, it would cause instability in the global economy. So many key players of the corporate world are functioning on remote jobs, but that won't be the case anymore. And digital marketing, the developing industry in today's time. What will happen to those who are making a living out of the internet? The influencers who are practically living on the internet, they will be left penniless. Number 3, healthcare. The healthcare industry uses the internet in every aspect. From patient records to developing new technologies, the internet has been a driving factor in the industry. Patients who can't attend the hospital often attend online sessions with specialists, but that won't be happening anymore. All the research about finding cures for several diseases will be useless because most of those processes involve the need for the internet. The loss of the internet will end up being responsible for putting patients' lives at stake. Number 2, educational difficulties. Any student would know how important a good internet connection is for studying. None of your online classes, notes, or all those academic software will be there anymore. Your screens will be of no use. So many students have moved towards online learning platforms, but all that would vanish. You won't even be able to access digital libraries or relevant information in the academic databases. You will be forced to accept the traditional methods. Spending hours in the library trying to find a book and then looking up your desired information will make the process so much more complex. Junior students may not face many problems, but if you are a university student working on your thesis, you will be stuck without the research database. Number 1, media and entertainment blackout. Imagine having a long day at work, finally getting home, sitting down with your plate of heavenly pasta, and getting ready to watch your favorite show. But once you turn on your device, there's nothing but a black screen. Obviously, if the internet ceases to exist, streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and YouTube will also cease to function. This means you and millions of others will be left without your daily source of entertainment. Not only that, but the news platforms will also suffer a huge setback. The media industry will take a step back to the traditional modes. Your news source and updates will be limited to newspapers and radio stations. This will make it difficult for you to stay updated with the ongoing events. But will there only be negative impacts? I mean, there was a life before the existence of the internet, and surely it would be hard because we are used to this lifestyle. Still, if the internet vanishes, we have to make a living under those circumstances as well. So how about seeing that in a positive light? Number 5, a healthy lifestyle. For starters, let's talk about how peaceful everything would be. Today, almost all of you spend your day watching videos on different social networking sites. And in one way or another, that deeply impacts your mind. You end up comparing your lifestyle with others on the internet. And the surprising part is that most things we see on our screens are not even real. Yet, that lifestyle stays with us. And this leads to so many problems within us. With these unrealistic beauty and living standards, some people end up being jealous, and some end up being insecure. But none of that would happen if the very reason for this vanishes. No more comparisons, and no more looking up to fake personalities. Number 4, decrease in cybercrime. Today, 97 cybercrime victims are reported every hour. With the increasing use of the internet, stalkers and scammers are becoming more and more confident about their actions. However, no more internet access means a significant decrease in the crime rate. The cybercrime contributes greatly to the total crime rate. The internet is a wild place. You cannot control everyone's actions, so while the disappearance of the internet will have negative consequences, it will also make the world a relatively better and safer place. You won't have to worry about someone morphing your pictures into someone else, and you won't have to stress over someone hacking into your bank account anymore. And don't forget that you won't have to worry about someone secretly obsessing over you. Number 3, carbon footprint. The internet and its technologies play a major part in the worsening of the environment. But if the internet disappears, this would lead to less energy consumption and a smaller carbon footprint. Your reduced online activities will also impact your electricity consumption, which can contribute to society's sustainability. Number 2, promotion of local businesses. With the rise of virtual stores and online businesses, traditional businesses have been sitting at the back for too long. However, people will be forced to shop locally when there is no means to shop online. Since there won't be a faster way to ship from other countries, local businesses will have a chance to rise again. And this would facilitate the creation of job opportunities. When the internet is gone, industries like printing, radio broadcasting, agriculture, and healthcare will need hands-on skills. Number 1, traditional education. As we have discussed, the demise of the internet will have a pretty severe impact on education, but gradually, the public will learn the traditional ways. Students will once again engage in practical activities and field learning. They will finally get the opportunity to learn beyond their screens. The teacher-student relationship will be enhanced like the old times. Students will start to rely on their teachers for not only academics, but also guidance and support on a personal level. And while the lack of internet may take away online resources, this strengthened teacher-student relationship can give much more productive results. It's undeniable that if anything like this is to happen in the future, it will give rise to new disruptions and challenges. And a setback like this might come unannounced. Maybe the internet will even disappear while you're watching this video. But you can't completely rely on this digital connection. There was a life before the internet, and there will be a life after the internet. The disappearance of the internet will have thousands of negative impacts, but it will also have positive outcomes. So, you should be open to the idea of a world without internet, because we don't know when that might happen. Wow, this sounds scary to say the least. After all these years, we think it's pretty hard to survive in this world without the internet. Do you think you can manage without it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See ya!